FM.
There's a lot to digest and a lot of voices to be heard. Stick to the frequency that amplifies these voices, stories and reports that make the difference. This is Agidigbo News, 88.7 FM.
This is Kunle Amzat Studio, Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Welcome to News Around the World.
Good evening and welcome to the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo, 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmus. First, the headlines. NEM warns against fire disasters, health risks as temperature rises. Olubadan distributes Ramadan lengthened food packages to over 5,000 Ibadan residents. United Kingdom Embassy wants Britons not to take photos of strikes in United Arab Emirates. United States offers $10 million reward chance to relocate for information on Iran's leaders. Nigeria football mourns again as 1980 AFCON winner Henry Nwosu dies at 62. Now the details. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has issued a warning on the increased risk of fire incidents and related health hazards following the recent rise in daily temperatures and heat wave conditions across several parts of the country. In a statement released by the head of press unit of NEMA, Mr. Manzo Ezekiel, the Director General of the agency, Mrs. Zubeida Omar, advised Nigerians to exercise caution when handling materials and appliances that could easily trigger fire outbreaks, particularly during periods of intense heat. According to the agency, elevated temperatures have been confirmed in recent forecasts by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET), which indicate a likelihood of persistent extreme heat in the coming days. Mrs. Omar specifically urged households, business operators, and public institutions to ensure the safe use of electrical devices, gas cylinders, and other combustible materials, noting that excessive heat increases the vulnerability of such items to accidental ignition, heightening the risk of fires. Bank charges and deductions have continued to generate concern among many Nigerians as customers complain about the frequent fees being removed from their accounts. From transfer charges to SMS alerts and account maintenance fees, many bank users say these deductions are gradually reducing their savings and creating frustration. Agidigbo news correspondent Abiodun Loyede spoke with some customers to hear their experiences and how these charges are affecting them. Here is the report.
Many bank customers have continued to express concern over the increasing charges and deductions from their accounts. These charges, which include transfer fees, SMS alerts, and maintenance fees, often reduce the amount of money available to customers. Some customers say the deductions are becoming too frequent and sometimes confusing, as they are not.
Since last week now, I have a debit. No, I tried to collect 30K in airport. Now then decline me since last month.
In conclusion, while bank charges and deductions remain a concern for many customers, there is a growing call for transparency and better communication from financial institutions. Customers are therefore advised to stay informed about the charges on their accounts and always seek clarification when necessary. Abiodun Oloyede, Agidigbo FM News.
The Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, has said more than 5,000 Muslim and Christian residents of Ibadan land in Oyo State benefited from a Ramadan and Lenten food distribution organized by him. Speaking during the distribution exercise, the monarch, represented at the event by Oluri Rashidat Ladoja, said the gesture was part of his commitments to giving back to society in supporting residents of Ibadan during important religious periods. According to Oluri Rashidat, the beneficiaries received various food items and cash support aimed at easing their financial burden during the religious seasons, while explaining that the initiative was not new. The Queen noted that the former Oyo State Governor had been organizing similar humanitarian outreach programs for the past 2 decades, which has continued under his reign as Olubadan, with this year's edition expanded to accommodate a larger number of beneficiaries. A prominent social commentator in Ibadan, Oyo State, Mr. Lawrence Olawuyi, has praised the Accord as a vocal advocate for the people, stating that it resonates with the needs of the public and the grassroots. Speaking in an interview with Agidigbo FM News, Mr. Olawuyi emphasized that Accord identifies with the common man, noting that it is essential for societal and economic development, citing the chairman of Agidigbo FM, Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat, as an exemplary gubernatorial aspirant who embodies the party's people-centric approach.
That destabilize ADC as a party, that make it impossible for them to assemble again in election as we used to do every month ending. If you sum our own population with that of Adeleke, it's glaring that he will win the election.
The commentator further highlighted that Accord boasts individuals with potential and good intentions who are committed to ensuring the people reap the benefits of democracy. However, Mr. Olawiyi urged citizens to remain vigilant and resist manipulation by politicians with selfish interest, calling for peaceful elections devoid of thuggery. Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kulanza Studio at Gidigbo FM. United Kingdom, I am Olushola Temlola. The British Embassy in the United Arab Emirates has warned Britons in the region against breaking the country's law by taking pictures or sharing images of the impact of Iranian missiles. This comes after a 60-year-old British man was charged under cybercrime law in Dubai for allegedly filming Iranian missiles over the city. The tourist was detained under a law in the UAE that prohibits publishing or sharing materials that could disturb public security after he was found to have a video of strike on his phone. British nationals are subject to United Arab Emirates laws, while violation may lead to fines, imprisonment, or deportation. And that ends the news from Pulamza Studio at Gidigbo FM. United Kingdom, I am Olushola Damilola.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya. The United States has said it was offering up to $10 million and the potential opportunity to relocate for information on the whereabouts of 10 senior Islamic Republic leaders. The U.S. State Department's Reward for Justice program announced the reward for information on Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Amini, and 9 other key leaders in the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. Amini, who issued his first public statement last Thursday, is wounded and likely disfigured, according to the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. The State Department said in a news release while announcing the reward that these individuals command and direct various elements of the IRGC, which plans, organizes, and executes terrorism around the world. In January, the State Department offered a $15 million reward for information on Iranian oil shipments and a separate reward offering the same amount of information on the IRGC financial network. On February 24, just days before the war began, the CIA offered help to potential informant in Iran, providing instructions on ways to contact the U.S. spy agency. And that ends the news from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Soya.
Welcome back once again, and now in the exciting world of sports, the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) has mourned the demise of 1980 African Cup of Nations winner and a true legend of the game, Henry Nwosu, who died in a Lagos hospital for hours into today. The NFF General Secretary, Dr. Mohamed Sanusi, said Nwosu's death is a deep stab only few days after the departure of former NFF Technical Director and the two-time head coach of the Nigeria senior men's team, Chief Adegboye Onigmide. According to the Federation, Nwosu was the youngest member of the 1980 AFCON winning Green Eagles at 17 and then played in the final matches of the 1984 and 1988 AFCON, one of the best left-sided midfielders globally to have played the game. Apart from being a member of the team that won Nigeria's first AFCON trophy on home soil in 1980, Nwosu steered the Eagles to the championship games of the 1984 and the 1988 finals, both against Cameroon. The death of the midfield manager brings to 9 the number of the 1980 AFCON winners to have passed, with goalkeepers Best Ogedengbe and Moses Effiong, defenders Tunde Bamidele, Oke Isima, and Christian Chukwu, midfielders Mudashiru Lawal and Aloysius Atuegbu, and forward Martins Eyo having departed this world earlier. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. NEM warns against the fire disasters, health risk as temperature rises. Olubadan distributes Ramadan Lenten food packages to over 5,000 Ibadan residents. United Kingdom Embassy warns Britons not to take photos of strikes in United Arab Emirates. United States offers $10 million reward, chance to relocate for information on Iran's leaders. Nigeria football mourns again as 1980 AFCON winner Henry Nwosu dies at 82. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo, 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmus. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State government has said the over